We saw Corrode come out. Maryville University winning 13-11 against Nightblood Gaming. Since then, Nightblood Gaming have gone on to lose this map, unfortunately, to Core, Legacy, and of course, Maryville University, whereas they were able to beat YFP. So once again, a lot of information that is available for Maryville University on this map. But at the same time, Nightblood Gaming, I mean, this is a quote-unquote comfort pick because at least they're familiar, at least they know what needs to be worked on and what they can kind of put together.
Already running by that screen. Gonna head over to B main, where the stack already lies for MU. Ren's ahead of the smoke. Setting up shop here. As NBG try to breach. Fragment on the first cubby. They're really trying to guarantee not a single swing available, and it's actually a bit of a over-management here. Giza is holding the corner, and oh no, NBG will just roll through, take those double swings on the outskirts of the hut and turn it into a 3v1.
Yeah, just a couple of pistol duels not ending the way of Maryville University there. And yeah, hopping through Screwface will be able to scout that one out, but Nightblood Gaming should be able to clean that one up. It was looking a little bit chaotic there on the entry, but Nightblood Gaming, they just kind of walk in, make sure they're clearing out all the different areas that they need to, shut down the members of Maryville University, and then get that spike down. Nice, clean, easy round from them. And now, immediately we see Son of Car go for that Outlaw, so ready to just win this one out, and we're seeing two Guardians being brought to the table as well. I imagine this is going to be Nightblood Gaming looking for some early picks to kind of spiral things out to make it work, while Maryville University are going to be looking to try and set up some more trap plays. Try and find these opportunities to drop those weapons out there as they spread themselves out across the map.
Yeah, trying to search for some easy stuff to get away with, and Screwface has found it. Now he'll look for Renz as well. And you're able to kind of just divvy up the trade swings however you need them here if you're NBG for this first 30, 40 seconds for any member of Maryville that tries to step up to the plate.
A lot of utility, at least being forced out from Nightblood Gaming. Should be able to allow for a couple of opportunities here for Maryville to move up. Look at this forward position from Giza, but so aware of it, tucks away just out of the flash.
Gonna choose to go for that runaway after the shock darts are tossed in. Down to 64. No bite available though, I'm just still holding this so close, just gonna wait to cycle the screen. Still only noise made by NBG, no sight gained yet.
It's like I'm watching chess right now,
right.
Across the board. One move after another, each one of them being so responsive to the other team. Finally, it looks like they will be ending B.
Big flash to force Renz away. And there's that double up we were looking for. Kumi able to TP in. Great shots from Renz to catch Screwface. NBG trying to press through. Guarantee what little time they have left to themselves. And they do. Have the sight. Have the better guns still. Ren's gonna try and get up top to get another clean sheriff shot down. Can do so now that these smokes have been fully wavered through. Cloric almost gets that shorty, but just burns note down to 9 HP. And they'll stick around just for the trade-in. NBG should be able to just toss player after player into this from here. Ren's crucial 1v2 here. And yeah, Car's got that outlaw for moments like that. So, pretty expected start from NBG. We knew they would be pretty strong on this first bit of the attack round, and we know that they have a lot of proficiency when it comes to corrode pistols, so this is nothing new for them.
Yeah, and at the same time, though, that was a pretty good round for Maryville University. They're able to find 3 out of 5 of the picks here. Renz with a disgusting headshot. That's crazy.
Wow.
Even watching the replay is kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, all things considered, just finding those timings, weaving through, finding a couple of headshots with those poor rifles, make it so that this is going to be an awkward round for Nightblood Gaming. They're going to be coming into this. Obviously, we see Car with the Stinger just in front of us, and Maryville University not willing to kind of give up this middle area. Thankfully, there are multiple members here, so they will be able to escape effectively just off of that Owl Drone pressure.
Rush in from Carr on top of his cloud burst, and Note in the meantime gets the drop on one. NBG get away with this pinch way cleaner than I think we expected them to. But in the meantime, Smiley left alone on mid, caught by Giza. Now he can start creeping up. NBG have to once again speed things up a little bit more. Renz gets rid of Screwface. With that better gun, only able to take him so far, and can deal the rest of the damage. And Giz has got the rest wrapped up. So 2 stay standing on Maryville's bonus here. A little too tight for comfort.
Listen, when it comes down to these moments, I mean, we saw a lot of it happen there on Icebox, but we're seeing the positional support of Maryville University playing off of one another, right? Like the fact that we see the bait come through, and then Ange in the midst of all of this makes sure to clean up, make sure that they don't leave the death unpunished, and that's really important to make sure that you kind of clutch out some of these rounds. Of course, now this is going to be the full weapon buy-up. Both of these squads not the best economically speaking, so it is pretty even Stevens across the board. Ange, though, on top of this box, that's a lot of information, at least able to find Kumi in the midst of all of that, but immediately gets traded out, so the ultimate orb will go into the hands of Nightblood Gaming.
And they'll once again just slow it all the way back down. Gonna hold mid this time. Cloric already switching up the shear. Placed it into himself. Still, it looks like where that's where NBG wanna push into. No, they'll go for the A-pinch again.
And given the fact of where that spike is, to me that leaves questions. But at the same time, like, there's so much time still left on the clock. Sonikar has to be so careful of that. Flash show, that's not exactly how you wanted that one to play out, but Cloric at least aware of the information. Now the flood is going to come through onto A. They're reinforcing the site. Ren's in an excellent position though.
Yeah, just forcing Cloric to double check, and so that'll slow down the pinch back. Allow Smiley to get an implant, but still can't find a kill off of it, and so it's all about the push onto site. And Note's going to do all of that. So that's 2 down for him. Has to keep going, though, with no more overhealth as well. After that'll drain away. So, tough call here. Note does have the ultimate now, though, so an effective 3v2. Have their way. Cloric, quick to it. Screwface down already. So everything on Note to clutch up this 4th round here. Again, ultimate free to stall, but you would love to get rid of one before. First tap. Perfect double swing. And immediately Note decides to go for that ultimate. He'll get chased down, has the smoke to help him out, but MU manage it effectively and have more than enough time to defuse. So it'll be a 2-2 game with that ultimate already gone, and the economy with it for NBG this round.
You know, what's a very quick ultimate to bring online, and given the fact that it is Note, you expect to see Note continue to frag out and farm the ultimate fairly quickly there. But I gotta question it a little bit because, sure, you need to be able to find at least one kill. I think the smoke was placed there so that there could have been a spam through to try and find some value. But given the fact that you already lost that like 1v1 just at the end here, it makes it so much difficult to be able to find those kills and stay alive, because at that point, you know, the Clove can back out, bait for the teammate so that way they run right into their crosshairs, but no support makes it a difficult ultimate to be able to pull off. So Maryville University completely stabilized Ren's now with the Outlaw in hand. We are seeing Ange actually with a Judge in hand as well. So economically speaking, not at the best, but more than enough to get it done. A lot of pressure here on the mid, and you know what this means. It's Odin time.
Yeah, this is all that MU feels that they really need. They're going to try and flex early on this half and try to make a statement piece this round. Wildfire already giving away the Odin and only finding a tiny bit of chip damage, though, is not the best, because NBG can just kind of slow reset here in the link. Take pot shots like this. Son of Car does get the short end of the stick there, though. Down to 10 HP again. And of course, with this eco, it's tough to really make a dent anywhere, but
not ready yet.
After that Odin set its piece, Wildfire having a high tail, and so NBG, they'll take over mid. Still, though, the spike is nowhere near that. And Ange in between 2 of these NBG players. I mean, we're just, this is 3 different fights happening at once right now. Kumi on NBG, able to kind of burn through the pack, and NBG has actually made their way through mid-top. Note alone now on this A crunch. Kumi TPing to grab the spike. How have they made this work? Ren's not holding the right angle, but they just walk into him. And it only takes 1 shot to collapse through both members of NBG. Never frickin' mind. It's 3-2 MU.
Not impressed.
3 separate scrimmages happening on this map, exactly like you said. And it's Nightblood Gaming that, you know, an interesting idea there. I like the mid-rounding adaptation, call for the from the shadows, make sure to pick up the spike, make it a winnable scenario here. But yeah, I mean, Once again, they just lined up. Ren's completely unchecked onto the site there. And then it forces Note to just play this such awkward angle, despite the fact that at that point, Ange had already clocked where Note was going to be coming from. The paranoia really just rooting that Clove in place. So it just worked out for Maryville winning out those individual fights here. And they've still got more than enough weaponry. Nightblood Gaming on the verge of having their economy broken yet again. 5 rifles in their hands at the bare minimum. But let's see what they want to do. It's a very slow push this time. It looks like mid, once again, will be the priority.
Yeah, NBG don't want to let this falter early on in the half. But neither do Maryville. Both having a tight chokehold. Here in round 6. Drop from Carr. Does that prompt Ange forward with this judge? Not just yet. Nobody peeking out the fact. Ren's on the top of the smoke. That timing's impeccable. Knows that's the only opportunity he'll get, and he takes it perfectly. Now Ange on his own smoke with this judge. That does catch him, but does NBG check him? Spraying through the smoke first. Yeah, feels like they have a good idea, but Ange just egoing it. In the meantime, Note on the front line deals with one. Nightfall in response from Wildfire. Despite the fact that NBG is really split up right now, and MU still holds advantage.
30 seconds left.
With only 30 seconds to go and one member deafened, feels like NBG have already given up on this round. They might just go for a straight up save, but Kumi, way up on the B site, might give him another chance. Ange, the next leg of the defense, is Smoke, able to give him a free fight. Here's the steps coming from Note as well. Timing is everything, and it'll be missed, but Chloric catches Screwface. Kumi from heaven does find Chloric, and there is just enough time for Nightblood to get the spike down. Wildfire trying to make the fight, but no managing it. And NBG are somehow gonna have a literal second to be able to pull this round together. But Ange, sandwich, thanks to this TP from Kumi, spraying through on a Note. Does he expect where Ange could be, though? Kumi back in front of this main. I mean, it's going to be a 50-50 on timing. Swing onto the right side, Ange, nope!
I see we've reverted back into shenanigans.
Start crying,
right
dude.
now.
I'm gonna...
Okay, the breakdown what happened there was as Ange pushed into the dark cover, Kumi teleported to the other side of the dark cover. And so the timing just got missed, allowing Ange to sneak on through to the site with Note being like, well, my Omen didn't see anything, so I guess it's okay. And then Ange finding the surprise kill, but then not being aware of where Kumi was until a little bit of noise gave out. And so, once again, just down to shenanigans. It's going to be a Blade Storm activated right off the bat here as Renz gets suppressed. Does have that operator, but no command online now.
That fragment gonna force out Geese. He'll still take down Smiley, but again, the least important body to deal with here. And that'll get rezzed up as Carr goes on a rampage with these blades. NBG seemingly have all they need to take this round and then some. He's even gonna pick up that operator for his troubles, turn that into another kill, and get the almost ace. Wildfire putting a quick stop to that, and then some. Picking up Note 2. But still, it's NBG's round lead and economy now.
Yeah, that was a Son of Carr snowball that we got to see from Nightblade Gaming that time around. Just playing off the Blade Storm, making sure to be so aggressive through there. Obviously, just at the very end, a nice little double kill through his smoke. Missing the initial head, but that's okay because clean up on the other side to find that quick double kill. Giza, though, still being able to get away with one was pretty impressive. I thought all of the utility was fantastic coming through to be able to root him out, but still not going to be enough. I do have to wonder whether or not Son of Carr is purposefully W-keying those dashes in, but it's a little bit scary every single time you see the jet fly across the screen. Be so aggressive. Viper's Pit this time deployed outside of A. As a Nightblood Gaming, they're interested in moving in on this B site. Viper Wall still available, though, to smoke things off, and Ange, paranoia in hand, catches it, uses it, makes sure that there's just a bit of extra time for this to happen while the 100 Street comes out.
Wow, great way to fully clear out that board, and it'll do a lot of chip damage here in the opening. NBG just going to use that and work their way on. Ren's swiftly dealt with, thank God, and now it's Kumi's turn to try and vie for an ace. I'll go looking. Yeah, no gun here.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, still, you fully boxed him out here, and so NBG are able to swiftly take that B site this time around. I don't think you'll be able to get away with this again. You know, the guns will be back and everything, but good to see NBG, you know, turn that into a decent gap without really having to open the playbook anymore. And you get rid of the overdrive too. That's huge.
Yeah. I mean,
and
there was a second.
For that matter, actually. Oh my God.
Yeah, like that was a very heavy investment coming in from Maryville University, despite the fact that they didn't necessarily have the weapons to kind of back up the punch. And Nightblood Gaming, sure, they get funneled into that site, but at the same time, like when the truck is trucking, it's hard to stop that truck. So Nightblood Gaming just completely run over, especially given that weapon advantage. And yeah, sure, you use a pit. Yeah, sure, you use an overdrive. Doesn't matter if we just kill you and plant the spike faster. So great just kind of call. I love to see this aggressive gameplay coming out from Nightblood Gaming. I think they're doing it pretty darn well. But of course, with the amount of adaptation that we see from Maryville University, nothing is for free.
Certainly not. How do you dare to challenge this again? It's such an early frag. Seems like they want to really sell this A pinch thanks to that smoke. They'll just walk into it. This is so readable. It gives Renz the easiest kill in the world, and it sells Wildfire to get into the free one. He's going to try and escape, but instead, Note will actually get his kill back on the res, so it's back to a 4v3 for NBG. And this game plan might just work after all, despite how obvious it was. Oh, never mind. You're running straight into Renz's op again.
There.
No full way to clear it. I mean, the smokes have already been fully used. Relay Bolt to now just time you out. Son of Kar attempting to get on. Again, so scary when he's able to get active, but when he's not, you can shut it down so quick. Note's turn to try and vie for an ace now, I guess, as he's up to 4 with Kar on this spear tip. Chloric trying to save this round for MU, potentially the momentum for the game.
Have a lot of difficulty doing so. Does have the ultimate, but I don't think this is when you use it.
Nah. You just gotta go for it. Spike is not the least vulnerable. Chloric is just gonna turn onto it. Yep, Note will get that ace after all of that walking in to be able to kind of let him through. Ended up doing the job for Nightblood.
And honestly, too, that was off of the ultimate, you know? Comes back into it, finds a kill, just running havoc there. Like, that is a confidence booster and a half, and I know that we got the barracks up there, but you can see Note just laughing along, having a great time. Renz able to find that kill. Wildfire makes it extremely dangerous to push in through there, and Renz once again having a bit of a showcase, but Note just in these scrappy moments has been so consistent for Nightblood Gaming and just kind of bailing them out of these weird opportunities. Maryville University, rightfully so, are calling a timeout here. I would like to say this really changed the momentum around on our last map when we got to see Maryville take this timeout, but let's see how they're going to adapt themselves moving forwards, because it really feels like Nightblood Gaming, it's either fast or so slow that we're getting close to the clock expiring to get that spike down. And so it's really hard to read which one you're going to be presented with, because those are two opposite styles of attacking on Corrode.
Yeah, there's been no in between, but the tempo control has really been NBG's these past couple rounds. Despite, again, how obvious it feels like a lot of their pushes have been. But they are boisterous, they are loud, and they are better. That is what they want to prove here and going forward. Whoever wins this has another match on Thursday to, again, stay alive for Ascension contention. Giza stepping on top of his own screen after the Haunt will reveal a couple members of this NBG stack here on the B main site. MU's buy is not crazy, but you got the screen, and you got Renz holding it down. Free headshot on a Note. And NBG are walled in. Cornered, boxed, Giza! Come on now! NBG, now it's a recovery round for them. They've got to make it back with just 2.
Excellent protocol as well. Kind of baiting so that way Renz stays hidden, pops out just in time to get that crossfire online, finds a head, makes it very effective, and now the Steel Guardian's going to get max value.
Right, as soon as that spike goes down, you know the whole stack's here to play for it. Smiley trying to work off his own flash and can't manage to find the shot in time. Son of Kar having trouble without his rifle. He'll get it just in time to fight this all the way out, but the spike can still be held with just enough time to spare. It's a thrifty round for Maryville as they get up to 4.
Yeah, Son of Car actually decided to keep the rifle moving forwards here. Thought about the Odin for a second, but nah, it's just going to be rifling across. And yeah, just excellent stuff. Like I said, that little bait setup so that Renz kind of gets away for free. Make sure to shoot the Owl drone down. They're like, oh, we know exactly where Giza's going to be hanging out. Renz gets one, directs the attention away, and then Giza with a sick, just fadeaway shot in the middle of being blinded. Yeah, like it's insane, but all the meanwhile, we see that Ange is just sticking that spike. And so, you know, the timeout buff, Maryville University, they find yet another round, bringing this series just within two rounds between them.
Everlastingly close. Goes to show why it sucks to see one of these teams leave after tonight. Because they want to be here so bad. They deserve to be here so bad. It's just the crowd really starting to thin, and there is only room for 3 in Ascension Americas. Oh, once again, toying with this shear that Chloric's been setting up on A main every once in a while, and this time he's gonna breach it alone, wandering, ultless, hopeless. Now he'll go for it. He's gonna play into the pit, just reactivate, and that is certainly a way to lose yourself a player. Oh, wow. But it codes the Nightfall. That's one way to bait an ultimate out, and 4 members of the team. Ren stands alone, nullified, but not down yet! And Card cannot pierce through! This operator stands strong on a B site that's still NBG's. With 3 members, make it 2! Giza! Holding it down! And just when you think they're out, they pull you right back in. Maryville will lessen the gap to 1 as they crowd along NBG's IGL, continuing to make them sweat.
All right, I got to admit there, I think that might have been just a bit too confident coming out from Note. Sure, you got the ultimate online, but there was not that much room being taken at all. And immediately when the Clove gets caught out, you see the rotation from middle from Maryville University get ready to deal with it. And so it's a free kill, shutting down the raid boss of Nightblood Gaming. And then sure, Reds finding such a crazy kill in the middle of the smoke makes it a lot less stressful and gives the squad enough time to get themselves nice and comfortable for that retake. When we see these moments of Maryville University looking so calm and collected, it almost looks like a flawless execution every time. 1 more round left in this half, a half buy coming in from Nightblood Gaming, but as we've covered, never count them out because we've seen them do crazy thrifty rounds.
Once again, vying for the mid presence early on, and the Prowler thrown in response. The knife, making sure that that can't happen again. Every excuse given for Wildfire to just let those Odin bullets fly and do the tiniest bit of damage to Son of Car. Nothing more there. Big stack on A main, but the shear not cleared, and all of the Vice Util right on top of it this time.
Ooh. It's so patient, but Smiley having the null command available now provides a bit more entry. That could be good, especially walking into all this utility.
Null command shuts it all down. Oh, Ange in such a decent spot with this orb. Everybody falls! You just can't let that happen! And it's the 2 remaining members from mid that have to save face. Smiley still alive, still a distraction. But that's all that he'll be. As Ange gets handed the 3rd kill, in Renz playing guard dog. Now every reason to let this overdrive pop and finish off the pack. We're tied back up at the half.
Oh, that is a painful thing to watch, man. Just the fact that you see and dug right close, tight in that smoke and is playing off the contact of Renz. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful when it executes, but like I always just like put myself in the shoes of the people who just kind of get dunked on, because that's usually how my ranked games go. But stays alive, just playing off of that contact, working out perfectly. Renz kind of attracting all of the attention, just ducking away in the middle of the smoke, allows Ange to slip through undetected, and is the knife in the back. Great stuff from Maryville University. We're swapping sides now. It is as close as ever. Let's see how this one shakes up. We're already seeing Maryville get their Viper wall set up for that classic A to take all that space, but Nightblood Gaming are moving out, and Giza actually gets a bit of damage on them as they walk through that smoke.
Yeah, Really good start there for Giza. Keeps them potentially planted there, and now it's NBG's turn to try and find some easy pickoffs. Interesting Prowler by Wildfire, maybe to give Ren some easy space to take, knowing that everyone's playing a little farther back on site. Yeah, that's what'll get him in. So Maryville will take over the left side of site really easily. First tap on the plant is already met, though, and NBG want to fight this out now. Reloads on the pistols, but Renz is ready. Smiley trades it back. MU hold the spike plant. Lorik holding on top of his shear, but NBG have already crossed. Ready for the fight here and now. Smiley caught alone. Carr again with the trade back. And NBG slowly but surely making headway. Now it's Cloric's turn to play that off angle, and now MU have divvied up the threats enough. Here's that raid boss, ready to play again on top of his own smoke, sprayed through by 3 members on different angles and already approached by 2. Has to manage so many fights with little time, and so it'll be an MU pistol this time.
It's a good idea coming through for Nightblood Gaming on that retake, where you see them all group up, move in together, and then it's just the complete surround that we see Maryville University do with setting up so many players on different angles to just kind of shoot down at the spike. And yeah, sure, it's a bit of a clash on here. Ren's making sure to find a couple, same with Wildfire, but the trades ultimately work out for Maryville University, having more members alive in these different angles, and then just drop a bunch of smokes on top of notes. So they can't even see anything. It's the perfect plan from Maryville University to shut it down as they take the lead after taking the pistol and buy up all the weaponry that they want. Not going to be seeing Nightblood Gaming match them this time, although Note and Son of Carr both have a sheriff, and Renz almost finds a kill onto Smiley, but Smiley barely staying alive.
The rest of NBG sticking in their spots until the Prowler catches them. Now, yeah, it's Renz looking for this pick. Carr forced to use the tailwind, but his position's still given away. Nowhere else to really go at the moment. Not enough coverage thanks to that smoke. Paranoia even tossed in, but it's all to let NBG babysit Carr back out. Takes a flash grenade and 3 other members, so B-site is theirs for the taking. Hopping on, and Cloric has the high ground, so MU can fully set up shop this round. Again, beyond respectful, but very deadly, and it's Cloric's turn to try to get an ace. Kumi, I mean, you might as well hand it to the guy. Come on. We'll get it. Oh!
Oh, knife out. Unlucky, man. Unlucky, but that's how it kind of happens sometimes. And, you know, when we were talking about what Cloric brings to the table, right? Like, obviously in that death segment, very early on, but while this match was getting started, Cloric was the top fragging IGL. So clean, so good with it. And started a little bit slow, given the fact that we were seeing Cloric on the Rays for that kind of fun bind map that we saw earlier on. But now Cloric, we're really seeing that prowess get showcased. And that was such an intelligent move to immediately move all the way back into sight, go up into heaven, tosses down the wall as well to get that information and make sure no one is flanking, and then can just shoot bullets from above. Nightblood Gaming not even aware, not even ready to check that. But still, this is going to be Nightblood Gaming now coming in with their rifles. An excellent bonus coming through here. Everyone from Maryville University more or less equipped to deal with this, but it's going to be that domination of that middle presence that we see from Maryville University, and then a couple of sniper rifles watching these longer angles as Cloric just lets himself get caught.
Yeah. Pretty necessary round for NBG here. And so it's concerning that they've already let Ange up in a mid-top, but luckily, creep up main doesn't go punished by Renz here. Just maybe sold. Oh, and now pinched. That sees is hitting Screwface. No, it's not. Instead, Wildfire is just gonna hit Note, and MU's gonna push in. They're gonna make it work. Screwface not caught, only good for 1. And so MU have once again taken over the B site. Ange is already here in spawn. I mean, do you ever check this angle?
Someone ever goes actually cautious this time.
You turn? Nope. Neither do. Oh, that is a statement piece for MU there. That is massive for this match. Just 4 rounds out, and NBG is reset.
Oh, man.
Mid was opened. He was up there 20 seconds before they were.
It really feels like the map control is very securely on Maryville University's side on this attack. every single time we're seeing them just take that space, not that they're like getting it for free, but they're able to get themselves set up where exactly they want to. It's not just the site that they're going to be dominating. They're controlling so much space around it so that when that spike goes down, Nightblood Gaming have no idea where to be looking. There's simply too many corners and too many players being able to hop around. We're going to be seeing yet another save come through from Nightblood Gaming. It's going to be 4 sheriffs and a shotgun coming through. But yeah, Maryville University ready to take this one to that double-digit score line as they play ever so patiently this time, completely swapping up their pace.
So Maryville will go fly fishing again, seeing what they can catch. Note to try to sell car shotgun. Go to member.
Oh.
So what happens if car moves here? Yeah. Oh, the rose. Doesn't scare me. He's staying right there.
And this is going to be tough. It's all up
it didn't trigger.
to... Oh, wow. That's actually big information, but only with a shotgun. So not exactly free as Kumi finds Renz.
And still having to do a lot of slowdown after the paranoia and smoke and haunt. Find him. Arc Rose reset. Oh, yeah, he's got to choose to try to run back, and he just can't get out in time. Tough decision to make here.
Spike planted.
Flash to let Note in. Bit of a struggle here, but able to play keep away long enough. Big C's to make it easy for Wildfire. Yeah, that is pretty simple from there.
It's feeling a lot more rehearsed this time from Maryville University. Last map we saw the Sova not really getting as much value as we would have expected it to be. But this time around, I do think that Wildfire is doing a great job playing this fade. The Prowlers have consistently kind of checked information, and then we see Wildfire just be like, you know what, I'm gonna play my life. It's cool, you know, I'm coming in cold here. I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to find the kills. I'm just gonna use my utility to help my team out, and then start to heat up a little bit more towards the end here. The Nightfall is already back online, and I do think that this fade has been having very high impact to help Maryville University find the members of Nightblood Gaming.
One of the few opportunities left that this defense has to hold on to this match, to hold on to a Challengers season this year. They've already been bucked out by Renz's shock alone. You've goaded 3 members over here with these rifles, and now the Owl Drone, you're static and not checking main! Smiley bird watching!
Enemy kill.
Son of Car can at least rectify that one, but the 4 stack is heavy at elbow and fully set up on A.
Yeah, the fact that Renz is able to duck out there, find a kill, immediately calls all the defensive members over there, allowing a completely open site. Wildfire also, once again, has that Nightfall online. Could be huge. Drops it into the back, not finding anybody, but that is really good information as Cloric is watching this cross angle.
Yeah, all you need when you know everyone else is here. Risky for Cloric. How much does he get away with? The smoke's just gonna force him to spray through. He'll get away with one is what he'll get away with. Good Lord. Again! Come on now! That's just immaculate from Maryville. No contingencies even allowed. And it's 11-6. Most likely just one lone opportunity of a full buy left for Nightblood Gaming.
And like,
and it certainly won't be this round.
That looks like it was just such a flashy, intelligent play coming through from Cloric, but it's the teamwork that really made that one work. The fact that Giza was watching the opposite angle, as soon as Giza spots somebody out, that's the cue for Wildfire to just, Cloric to just drop a couple of shots there and does exactly that, finding somebody and then just dips back for more based off of the information that the team has gotten. I'm really impressed with Maryville's coordination right now. It really feels like they're playing as a cohesive unit, which felt a little bit less the case on some of these previous maps, but they're locked in and they are ready to turn this one around on Nightblood Gaming.
Looking to continue the streak, bring it up to 6 now on the attack. Take this to match point here and now against a pretty weak buy from NBG, a desperation buy, in fact. Mid-control, very piecemeal here for Maryville. Cloric playing on top of his own sheer. Who expects this? Car out in the open, fielding away the outlaw shots. The perfect time to swing. That's disgusting. Who expects that?
Unbelievable. And now it should be an easy engagement onto the site. Just have to watch for the 2 on there.
Good TP in as well. That lets Ange just step
so
on and
clean.
get a kill, even with such low health. And yeah, it's all damage control here from NBG, but so much space already gained. Kumi's playing so terrified as Screwface gets back over. And Kumi can't even get another kill in the bag. Gotta save this rifle. And with so much still in the tank for Maryville, Nightblood Gaming's Goose just might be cooked. They will have to fight against 6 rounds of match point when they haven't even managed to put a round up this half.
Oh, it's so tough, but once again, like it almost feels clinical the way that Maryville University are dissecting their way onto site there. They completely overwhelm. I call out okay, they just got to deal with the 2 agents there. And there's protocols set up for there. You see the utility go in, they're flashed, they can't see a thing. And the flood in from Maryville University very handily deals with those. And Chloric almost finding the timing onto Screwface. Might have just dropped the rifle as well. This is looking absolutely clean and dominant as, Screwface able to carry the rifle forward. It's a bit of a smile there, like, ooh. At least got this one here. Son of Kar as well with the Blade Storm online. They do have a couple of options here. Their backs are pushed against the wall, but it's just the sneak out, the intelligent play from Chloric, the intelligent calling, honestly, from Chloric that has really made the difference for Maryville University to make this as decisive as it is.
Once again, it's going to feel a little desperate. It's going to feel a little individual for Nightblood Gaming, but it's got to work. And you immediately go balls to the wall. No overdrive necessary. I've got a shotgun. Ren's just walking right up with it. And with the help of the Nightfall, no one has any information. It's a steamroll of the B site that just leaves Kumi, the only one left. Not even a chance, not even a whisper. MU make it happen. One and done. Thrusting NBG's identity out of the spotlight.
Beautiful adaptation from Maryville University this time, completely injecting momentum into their case. Now Kumi has to do it all.
And it starts with Ren's. Noise already made.
Oh,
Prowler
no.
for the swing, that's 1. Not a lot of time left. Every ounce of confirmation. No time to use the kit. Just gotta hope they don't hit you on your smoke.
Oh, there goes the time.
That's gotta be it. And it is. Not a single round that NBG manages to get on defense here in the last half of the match. Maryville will continue their plea for ascension from absolutely nothing, and they have made it to the top 6.
Unbelievable.